Should be going live here any moment. I am going to get this thing posted on this page. Link to join will appear here shortly before. And having a rough day here on link to join. And a rather rough day with YouTube today. So let me get this posted on denverguitarorchestra.com and then we will be ready to rock. Link, update. All right, so hopefully we'll get everybody piled in here momentarily. Apologize, 8 minutes late. Jeez Louise, guys, sorry. Click. All right, so now that's working. Whew. All right, so if you can hear me and things are looking fine, please let me know. It's been a challenging YouTube day. Challenging, I'm telling you, challenging. Whole day challenging. All right, now I need a tuner. I don't know where my tuner is. We'll have everybody piled in here in just a second. They're all probably wondering what the heck happened, why I'm so late. We had a cold snap hit Denver this weekend. So all my instruments are freaking out. All right, Nancy says the sound is good, and Nancy knows quality sound, so thankfully she's here to help us. It's been a crazy day. Let's see here. I want to just make sure I don't have anything else that's falling apart on me. Evelyn, welcome in. Finally got in. Just bought. Oh, you got a new half-size Yamaha. Nice. So it could be nice, right? And that's what we learn on, Evelyn, right? We learn on something a little bit smaller, a little bit easier to hold, and then over time, we develop skill set to make this happen. I always think learning on a smaller guitar is a way better idea than learning on one of these giant guitars. But the guitar you have is the correct guitar. That's the attitude we take. It's the attitude everybody should take. Now, today is day 1 of level 1. Okay, again, happens on off. It seems like it happens every 5 minutes. But what I want to talk about very quickly, for those in the event that we have anybody who is here brand new, I want to take just a few minutes just to make sure that we get level 1 started correctly. And then, of course, we have some other really fun stuff to work on today. We have Tom Dooley, which is a super fun song, super dumb song, but it's a super fun song to work on. When the Saints Go Marching In, we get to have these really delightful ideas about how do we make this song the song. And sorry, guys. Part of the getting online is, I don't know if I think the internet is full. My YouTube has been fighting me the last 2 hours. My internet connection seems to be fine. My wife isn't even using it today. We're not competing for video space with her. I just think all the kids are at school, and I think it's possible the internet is full. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, we're all here. This is the best we're going to do. I'm a little frazzled right at the moment, so I'm going to calm down. I'm going to get focused in on playing guitar. Step 1: if you are level 1, here are the thoughts that you're going to have. Number 1, I want to play fill in the blank guitarist song that I love from my teenage years. Okay, I want to take that idea and I want to put it on the shelf. We're going to get to that song. In order to get to that song, you have to go through getting your toolbox in order. And that's what I do. That's my job, is to give you a toolbox that allows you to play whatever song you want to play at whatever level you want to play it. There's two things that I do differently than most guitar players or most guitar teachers. Number one, we do not start with chords. When you quit is because you're not a great singer. See, I'm already having trouble connecting. So I'm hoping, guys, that I'm still broadcasting to you. Just been having a terrible problem with the internet today. Tomorrow I'm going to try broadcasting from the studio to see if it's me, if it's my local connection here. If one of you could say, hey, I'm still hearing you, that would be great. So the first thought is, the reason I don't teach chords is you're required to sing, and if you're not into singing, it's a little bit of a tougher road to go. Sounds good so far. All right, Dave says I'm okay. I've been kicked out off of YouTube twice today, and I don't think it's because of bad teaching. I think it's because the internet is full. But I know, I'm hoping it doesn't happen a third time in a row. A third time. Evelyn says you're spinning, no connection right now. I will reboot. Yeah, see, and that's a completely different system. So for some of you, I'm working. Some of you, I'm not. That means the internet's full. So we'll go. I'm going to teach until it's clear that I am not connected. How about that? With getting started correctly, we have to get you some basic noggin things into your head and some very nuts and bolts of stuff. This is a foundation on which we build all of the other things. Step one, whatever guitar you have in your hand, that's the guitar you're going to learn on. It's probably the wrong guitar, but that's what we're going to go with. Second, we'll eventually tell you why you're using the wrong guitar. Second thing, we have to tune the guitar. Unfortunately, if you're here in town and I'm helping you, I can tune your guitar for you and that. But since you're online, you have to be able to do this on your own. You have to be able to get E, A, D, G, B, E. Okay. I strongly recommend you buy this tuner right here. Super tight HZ Snark. That's the best one. That's the best one. I've tried lots and lots. I've helped lots of people with lots of different types of tuners. This is the most expensive one. I think it's about $18 on Amazon. And it is awesome. It's got a great computer and it's got a high definition screen. You should immediately at the end of this lesson, if you don't own one of these, you should go buy one. Okay, for $20, and it's absolutely critical to your long-term success to be able to tune this quickly and well. And the cheap tuners that you got are just going to cause you more headache than they're worth when you can solve that problem with this. Next thing, you have to remember that it's Eddie, hate, dynamite, goodbye, Eddie. That's a phrase that I'll ask you almost every day. What's the phrase that pays? You should say Eddie, ate, dynamite, goodbye, Eddie. EADGBE. And also on our phones, everybody's got this. We all drank the Kool-Aid. You can download a guitar tuner. I think most people on iPhone use Guitar Tuna. I have an Android phone and I use something called G Strings because I thought that was funny. And they all work basically the same. They're not great, but at least you've got something and it's free. So you should definitely put one on your phone. Next thing you should do, once you're sure you're in tune, and let's go through and you play your strings, I'll play mine. Here's E, here's A, here's D, here's G, B, E. As long as you're sort of close to me, you'll be fine, okay? But at home, for sure, 100% of the times you get ready to play, you got to tune your guitar up, 100%. There's never been a time when I picked up an instrument and didn't tune it. And it's part of our job as a guitarist. All guitars, if the weather changes, the tuning changes. And so Yeah, Vic, I'm lucky to have you. It may be time for all of us to just evacuate. But we've been struggling with the internet and YouTube and fires and floods and hurricanes. It's been rough, but we're doing the best we can. We're gonna make today great. So once you are in tune, whatever guitar you have, that's the one you have. Final thing that we talk about before we teach you how to play is the back of your guitar goes up against your body like this. I recommend you use a strap, but you do not have to. The other thing I recommend is that this guitar is not laid flat. No matter what type of guitar you have, if you lay the guitar flat, you're making your life harder. If you go watch any rock and roll video or every classical guitar video, when the majority of guitarists play, their guitar is wrapped around their body and they're standing up and the guitar is in about this position. This is correct classical position. It's got to be 45, 50 degree angle here. I see lots of players even up to 60 degree angles. But when you're over here, you have no choice, but your thumb is going to start doing weird, goofy stuff. And so please consider, I don't know if you can hear that loud motorcycle going by. Consider playing with this at a much higher elevated level than you would think. As we go along, I'm going to teach you that this is pad of your thumb is on the back of the neck. I never see your thumb. Okay, your thumb is back here. There is an exception to this if you are playing electric guitar. Since I don't teach electric guitar, and hopefully you're not playing an electric guitar, we won't talk about the exception. We're going to make the assumption that 100% of the time, your pad of your thumb is going to be basically perpendicular to the neck, and that will allow you these nice round fingers here like this. Okay. That's what that's going to make your life easier. And then the other thing I should mention is your thumb needs to hang out by wherever your middle finger is. Your thumb is directly behind that. Okay. And that means that he's slightly behind your thumb and these guys are slightly in front of your thumb. And that's going to be the position that we use forever. There is no exception to this on acoustic guitar. You will never need to reach your thumb up over the top. Okay, they shouldn't need to do it on electric guitar if they play well, but they do. Next is, once your thumb is in good place, once you have great attack angle and nice round fingers on here, you're going to be able to play everything that we need to play. Today, we're going to learn one song. We're going to learn using a technique called tablature. Okay, so I need you to pull up your Brother John, and we're going to play that based on what's on the paper. Some of you will have met the guitar player who doesn't need no stinking sheet music to make music. You've met that guy. We love that guy. That guy is a whole lot of handful, and we're very thrilled that he doesn't need any of that to play. I will tell you that he would not be stupider if he would learn to read sheet music, but and he would not be a worse musician. But he is very committed to telling you he does not need sheet music to make music. I will teach you from sheet music. You'll be a smarter musician from that. And no, you don't necessarily always need sheet music to play everything, but to play anything good and high level, you will need sheet music. Now, and already people are losing their minds. What I play is good. Okay, don't listen to the guy who doesn't need sheet music. He's a great guy. Don't listen to him. Okay, sort of like your grandfather telling you about politics. You don't really need to listen to that. Okay. On your piece of sheet music, Brother John, you have an E chord, you have a quarter note equals 80, you have some pound signs, you have the treble clef, you have all sorts of fancy things. I want you to look at that upper left-hand corner. On the far left, you will see some stuff called left hand. And basically it's saying if it's a 1, you're going to use this index finger in this first fret. If it's a 2, you're going to use your middle finger in this fret. If it's a 3, you're going to be using your ring finger in this fret. And if it's a 4, you're going to be using your pinky finger in this fret. Okay, these are your frets 1, 2, 3, 4. Most of you at fret 5 will have a dot here, and at fret 7 will have a dot. Lots of you will have dots at fret 9, and then almost all of you have something fancy at 12. Unless you're using a classical guitar, which I had this guitar built for me, and I had it built in a classical style type neck. It's not exactly a classical neck, but it's similar. And I didn't want any stuff out here. I do have some dots on the side here, and you might have dots on your side as well, and that helps guide you to where fret 5 is. We're going to use only this first string today. We're going to hit a 0. When I say 0, it means you just pluck it. Okay, just this. Okay. Next thing I'm going to ask you to do, I'm going to use your middle finger, 2nd fret, pluck that. Next thing I'm going to ask you to do is put your pinky on the 4th fret, pluck it again. And then we're going to pluck it without anything. And we're going to do that a few times. 0, 2, 4, 0, 0, 2, 4, 0, 0, middle, pinky, 0, 0, 2, 4, 0. On your sheet music, I have written all this out down for you. Okay? In the guitar melody line, you'll see 0, 2, 4, 0. 0, 2, 4, 0, 0, 2, 4, 0. On the standard notation line up above, it says open, middle, pinky, open, open, middle, pinky, open, frere, jacques, are you sleeping? That's step 1 in reading tablature. On that guitar melody line, 0240, 0240, that's the fret number, not your fingering, that's your frets. And then you notice they're all on that top line. On your paperwork, the top line is your bottom string on your guitar. So the top string, top line, next down, next down, next down, next down, next down. So they're in order on your paper, as if your guitar is being held up to the paper like this, like, oh, okay, now I see what I'm doing. Okay, so that's what you want to begin to get into your noggin, is that top line on the paper, 0240, 0240, 457, 457. That is the bottom string, first string on your guitar. So 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. This is your 6th string. This is your 1st string. It turns out that's super important the first week you play. After that, it won't be a big thing anymore. Okay. After you play the 0240, you're going to play it twice. Then we're going to play 457. Okay. I want you to take your index finger up to 4, and then middle on 5, and pinky on 7. Let's do that a few times. 4, 5, 7. 7, index, middle, pinky, 4, 5, 7, index, middle, pinky. Okay, so that's the next 2 measures. So let's put all 4 of those together. From frere, dormi-vu, dormi-vu. Let's play that, and let's play 0240 twice, and then we'll play 457 twice. 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 2, 4, 0, 0, 2, 4, 0, 4, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7. Okay, so now you have played the entire first stave of this song, 0240, 0240, 457, 457, all on the first string. Okay. Next line down, measures 5 and 6. Notice measures are divided up vertically by lines, and you'll notice you have 5 and 6 are the measure numbers. They're little tiny numbers up at the upper left-hand corner of each measure. That's the measures 5 and 6. This one is 797-540. This is the hard part. Okay, those of you with prior knowledge of the song, please know that I'm going to treat these as quarter notes, not eighth notes. Okay, 797-540. Start with your ring, 7. Pinky on 9. Back to 7 on your ring, middle finger on 5, index finger on 4, and then open. 7, 9, 7, 5, 4, 0. 7, 9, 7, 5, 4, 0. Ring, pinky, ring, middle, index, open. 7, 9, 7, 5, 4, 0. Okay. All right. Now, Last part of the song is very exciting. Measure 7 and 8. Okay, you're going to play 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, but we get to change strings. So you see how on the first ding, dang, dong, the first note is 0 on the first string. And the second 0 is on the other string right next to it. Okay, it's down on the paper, but up on your guitar, and then down, and then the first string again. First string, second string, first string. Okay, and then be mindful when you get to the end of measure 8, there's a bunch of stuff all over the place. Measure 8 is a first repeat. So the first time you come through, you play into that. The second time when you come down, don't play into measure 8, skip measure 8 and play 9 to the end. And we'll talk a lot more about repeats over your life as a musician. Okay, we'll play top to bottom, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 2, 4, 0, 0, 2, 4, 0, slide up, 4, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7, nice and slow here, 7, 9, 7, 5, 4, 0, 7, 9, 7, 5, 4, 0, first string, second string, first string, first string, second string, first string. Let's play the whole song one more time. 0, middle, pinky, open, open, middle, pinky, open, slide to 4, index, middle, pinky, index, middle, pinky, ring, pinky, ring, middle, index, open, ring, pinky, ring, middle, index, open, and then measure 9, 8, 7, and then 9, first string, second string, first string, measure 9, first string, second string, first string, let it ring out. Okay? Now, that is the basic lesson. That's 100% of everything I can teach you in day 1, lesson 1. That's all you need to know. Okay? Except for one thing. We have a different way of playing. Okay? One way is to play one note at a time. And that's what I want you to do for your homework tonight. Your goal is to get this thing up to speed. So I'm going to play it for you at speed so you can get a sense of what it should sound like. You'll notice when I get to 797-540, I'm playing them much faster than the rest of the song. And repeat that song a second time. Okay, the goal for you over as you're practicing tonight is to get 797-540 to be twice as fast as the rest of the song. 0, 2, 4, 0. The trick there is slow the rest of the song down so that the fast part is a little easier to do, right? That's totally legitimate musicianship. Last thing I have to teach you on this song, it is we do one chord, okay? Because I know you'll lose your mind if I don't teach you one chord. Index finger, first string, second string, third string, first fret. Okay, middle finger, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strings, second fret. Okay, and then ring finger, 1, 2, 3, fourth string, second fret. This is called an E chord. Do a nice strum. That's it. That's what we do. Do a little singing right now. I won't ask you to sing ever. But if you want to, feel free to sing along. 1, 2, 3, 4. Frère Jacques, Frère Jacques, dormez-vous, dormez-vous. Sonne les matines, sonne les matines, ding, Ding, dang, dong. Then theoretically, we would go back, repeat the whole song again. We'd sing it in English the second time. And then you skip 8 when you come down through there and play 9. 8 and 9 look a whole lot alike, but there are some important differences there. Now, that's what I need you to do. If you are level one, I need you to be able to play Frere Jacques one note at a time, and then I need you to know what an E chord is and strum through that. Okay, so the two things are our blinds guy came and Donna closed the door to just prevent him from having to listen to Frere Jacques. Poor guy. He might have wanted to join us. All right, that's Brother John. 2 goals for the homework tonight. Make sure you can do an E chord. Make sure you're in tune. Make sure you know how to hold your guitar. And then make sure you can play it one note at a time. Okay? Brother John, that's your homework. That's day 1, level 1, lesson 1. Okay? We'll be working on Brother John the whole entire week, so you have plenty of time. Well, tomorrow and the next day, so you got plenty of time to get it together. All right, level 2. Well, let's move on. Level 2, we're going to be teaching a song called Tom Dooley. If you are an old guy like me, you know this song. If you are not an old guy like me, this is actually a pretty fun song to play. We want to, at level 2, we want to review that you know your D and your A7. So make sure you've got your D chord, index, middle, ring. Remember, we like 4 strings on this one. And then to go to A7, just take this ring off. Move these two guys up. You got an A7. We like 5 strings on that one. And then back to D. Those are your chords. Let's sing a little bit. And by the way, if you're new, and please know I cannot sing. I'm aware of that. Okay, from the top. 1, 2, ready, play. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Hang down your head and cry. Tom Dooley, poor boy, you're bound to die. Okay, consider changing your strumming pattern from a strum to a pluck. Grab any 4 strings you want, either the lower 4 or the middle 4. Better on D chord to be on the lower ones and on A chord to be on the middle ones. Met her up on the mountain, and there you took her life. Met her upon a mountain, and you stabbed her with a knife. Nice guy. Why are we singing about him? Okay, last one is up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Again, just nice index finger. Very simple. I'm basically just got this thing bent over. Reckon this time tomorrow. Reckon just where you'll be. Down in some valley, hanging from a white oak tree. So 3 different strum patterns, just singing and strumming, just D chord, A7, D chord, A7. Those obviously, nothing super complex about that if you've been in level 2 for this far. But again, being mindful that, hey, this is an A chord. I want to use my A string as possible. And if it's a D chord, I want to take advantage of that. Let's run through arpeggio picking with it real quick. Grab your D chord. We're going to, on D chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And on A chord, A7 chord, move your up to the A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Just a nice thumb, index, middle ring pattern. Start with D. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Hang down your head and cry. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Poor boy, you're bound to die. One more time. Met her upon a mountain. There you took her alive. Met her upon the mountain, stabbed her with a knife. Okay. That arpeggio picking is really a level 3 skill, but I like for you to know what it is and have a little bit of experience with you going into level 3, especially if you're a singer, man. That's going to just make your music sound so much nicer than just strumming. And you will end up creating a more instrumental feel, even though you haven't really done anything. You're just holding the chords and singing, but you've created a much more sophisticated right hand palette by doing that. Okay, let's play the melody. Okay, level 2, probably okay with reading a straight line tablature. Notice you've got 2s and 3s and nothing else in this song. When I see something like that, I'm just going to play it in first position, use middle finger for 2s and ring finger for 3s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat that 3 times if you want to do the whole song. Not that great of a song. No, it's a pretty good song. The topic, if you're going to kill somebody, you write about the girl who got killed, not about the killer, in my opinion. But I wasn't around in the 1860s, and maybe it made sense for him to write about the murderer instead of the murderee. Now, last thing, tough axe. Okay, and again, level 2, we're starting to dive into that. You may be good at it, you may not be good at it, but it is something I want you to know how to do because that's where you're going. Okay, first note, 0, 2. Oh, by the way, I grabbed the D chord right off the bat. Okay, 0, 2. And then a couple more 2s. Lift up your ring finger, and you got 0, 2, 0. And then put it right back down. And then you got 2 full D chords in measure 2. 2, 3. Those are just decorative arpeggio notes I've stolen from the arpeggio to fill those in, that long space there. Let's do the whole thing again from measure 3. And then measure 4 is different, right? Grab your A7, and then I would just strum straight down. 202. Have to move anything there. It's just strum 202. And you'll notice on there that I've left a blank string in the middle of measure 4, the first chord. I have 0 blank 0 2 0. The idea there would be that you would be plucking it, okay, but it creates confusion. You know, once you're able to do that, you probably don't need to have it written out for you anyway. So it's easier just for me to treat it as a straight strum. Okay, 2 0 2, and then go to measure 5 0 2. I'm sorry, what am I doing here? You're grabbing the A7, right? 2, but the 2 you need is this 2 right here. So you've got to lower your string here. You've got to lower your finger here. And then you're basically going to have a D chord on here in measure 5 because the melody is pulling it in that direction. And then stick with your A7 through 6. Another strum. O2. Nice A7 here at measure 7. Hit that 0 again. And 0 2 2. Add the 3 on. Open. And then a D to wrap it up. Okay. Let's play it together. 1. We'll play it twice through. Give you a chance to see how you do. First time I'm going to do my thumb. Second time I'm going to pluck. 1 2 3 4. course, you'd want to do it 3 times probably. That gives you a sense of the bigness of what you can do with all of these different tools that you learn. So one way is melody, one way is chords, one way is arpeggios, one way is it would take that. All of those things, combine them together into finger style is what they call it. And it's actually quite lovely when you get it all done. I didn't play particularly well. By Friday, we'll be killing it. Okay. All right. That's Tom Dooley. How are we doing on time? We're going to have time to do, I'd like to jump up to Summertime because this is a new song this week. It's actually relatively challenged. If you want to work on Summertime, send me an email and I will send you the sheet music. But I do want to talk about it very quickly because there's one chord on here that's just a bummer. Okay. And then tomorrow we'll dig in. We'll start with When the Saints Go Marching In. So make sure you take a look at that one tonight. Okay, with Summertime, everything's fine except that you have this E augmented chord, and it is, you can't use the bar because you have to have this string open. So you're gonna have to use 2 fingers here, and then this finger here and this finger here. Very weird sounding chord, but it's very beautiful. And that's going to require this, and this, I think. Okay. So when you start off with, you got, by the way, let's play the melody real quick just to make sure we know what we're doing. Okay. From the top, just the melody line, guitar line in this case. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2. 3, 4, 1. 1, 2. 2. 3. 2, 3. And then we go all the way back to the beginning. Okay. So the melody itself is not overly complex, but it's really, really interesting in lots of different ways. And so you've got to be patient as those big old long notes are taking forever to get through. So when you dig into the tough uke or tough axe section, we're going to be going. Okay, so 1 and 1 0 is not a problem. And measure 1, you've got an A minor, okay, and it's a full A minor. And now you're going to be going into this augmented shape. Sometimes I have found it's easier to have the index finger on the bottom, middle finger, ring, and pinky, so that you can then just stretch out. You could just lose this finger and you've got your C chord. Okay, and probably in most cases that's what it is. So you're taking this C chord, but you're adding your middle finger onto the 3rd string, 2nd fret. And then the rest is just a regular C chord. Okay, and that way when you get to the next chord, which is a C chord, you just pull your middle finger off. Okay, so that's That's going to be the challenge, is getting this chord in here correctly. Okay. Then 3-1. And then you have this, again, this E7, E diminished shape. Okay. But 3-2-1, you got to handle it a little differently. You got 3-2-1, and then your pinky has to be down here on this 3 of the 2nd fret. Okay, so you're going to be doing the E diminished shape in 2 different ways already, and we're not even out of the 2nd fret yet, or 2nd measure. Okay. 0-1, A minor, and then that diminished shape again. C chord, augmented shape. And you notice my thumb has ended up in a terrible position because I'm desperately grabbing. Okay, put your guitar in proper position, Gary. And then measure 5, you're going to slide over to the D chord, but leave this finger open. Okay, that. You have this A augmented shape, which is super awkward. And this is the shape that you have to make. But your melody note is on 3. So you're going to rethink that completely. 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. It's going to look like this is what you're really going to do. Okay, to get that weird augmented sound. 0, 3, 2, 3. 1. 1, 2. You got a D minor 7 here, but it really just looks like a D7. And then a normal E chord finally at measure 7. 2, 3, 3. E chord. E7. And that one is off just a little bit because you want to hit this E chord, this E7 chord, and then roll down to, and then you're going to start this melody again. And then on to page 2, C chord, 3-1, 1, 2, 3, pinky on 3. 0, 2, 2. And then 1, 1, 2, 3. D chord. O. C chord, pinky up on 3 of the melody note on the 1st string. And then you've got this A minor. Bar on 5, ring on 7. Pinky on 8. D minor, which is, and then just 2, 0, 3, 0, 3, 2, 0. E7. Roll down. A minor. D minor. A minor. E7. A minor. E augmented. C. 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 3. A minor. Crazy E augmented again. E C chord. E augmented. 1 D minor. I just tried to grab a D minor. 1. Here's that 2, 3, 2 again. 1, 2. D7. E chord. F chord. G7. Bam, bam. That's a super cool moment. A minor. 3-1. 1, 2, 3, 3. A minor. E augmented. C. D. 0. Nice C chord. Pinky on 1. And same A minor 7 or A minor up here on 5. A chord. D minor with open bottom. E7. But you're going to have to get both ones, so you might as well just treat it as a augmented chord. A minor. G minor. A minor. E7. And then you repeat the whole piece of music again. So it's not at all a particularly pleasant chording experience, but to get the depth of tone out of your guitar, to get everything in there that makes sense, we're gonna have to work on that. So we got about a month that we're putting on this particular song, and so I did want to just visit that very quickly because I know a couple of you guys have got the level 4 song. If you are newer, obviously throw out all that chord business, get where you can play this melody. The melody really is fun. 2, 3, 4, 1. Right. You just get it as goofy as you want, but really digging in and getting a nice, beautiful melody out of that will mean a lot. If you are a singer, I would probably, if I'm a singer, I'm probably not sure that I'm going to even worry about what the chords are. Summertime and the living is easy. I'm probably going to dramatically simplify that if I'm singing it, and because getting those chord shapes, anytime you see augmented, anytime you see that plus sign, you're going to be in for a bit of work. Okay, augmented chords are super easy on the piano. You go, that's it. That's it. They're augmented. But on guitar, because things are not in the same order as they're in order for most playing, and augmented chords don't come up that much. So that's why they're really very unpleasant to play. Let's just talk very briefly. We got no time. But when you are looking for The More We Get Together, is that our last song of the week? The More We Get Together. Oh, When the Saints Go Marching In. Play the melody. Let those notes be nice and long. Really enjoy the fact that we're going to have really long notes in there. And the chording itself is not terribly complex in that, but getting yourself where you're patient with that music, it'll be fun. Okay, I took you over long. It took me too long to get logged in, blah, blah, blah. Always the first lesson in Frere Jacques is the most important one. Level 1, song 1. Very most important thing, not only for those of you who are learning it, but for those of you who already know how to play it, you're going to have to teach it to somebody. And hopefully I gave you some ideas on how to teach that first lesson to another guitar player. That's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Hopefully we'll have a little better luck with the internet tomorrow, and we'll see where we can get on that. All right, everybody. Good to see you. Dave, good to see you. Pauline, Evelyn, Vic, I think that's everybody who said hi. Whoever else is hiding up here in the, I think your widget's right here. Whoever else is sneaking around in here, glad to have you. And I will see all of you tomorrow, same time, same place. I will be at my studio tomorrow, trying to ascertain whether it's my internet that's causing the problem. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Be good.